Hello, Renee Flamont here. You guys, when I talk about ignoring the narcissist, I'm not trying to needle them and get them mad. That's not why you do that. A byproduct of you ignoring the narcissist is that it's going to make them livid. When I'm after trying to help you ignore the narcissist, it's to preserve your state of mind and not make you go nuts. And I've learned to do this in my life. Finally, I'm 55 years old. I only learned it in like the last year. Honestly, I thought, especially until I knew this disorder, I thought talking it out, working it out, arguing it out, apologizing it out, trying to get back to the good in a person, I thought that was the way to go. I spent a lot of time. I couldn't possibly even count how much time and it is a waste. It is a waste of time to try talking with somebody who has this toxic personality trait of narcissism, narcissistic personality disorder. To ignore a narcissist will drive them mad. Will drive them mad. How dare you ignore me? Remember, they not only want to be seen and tended to, but they want to be revered. Getting to the point where you're ignoring them or gray rocking them will make them nuts. Again, that's not the goal. I'm not trying to like tit for tat, you were mean to me, so I'm ignoring you to make you mad. No, but it's a byproduct. You're not paying them mind. Oh my God. And you know, it really did take my entire life to realize this is exactly the only way to handle people of this dysfunction. It's the only way. Ignoring them goes right along with no contact, gray rock, whatever you can do. The most that you can do, you should do. If you can go no contact, you should do that. If you can't, gray rock. You know what I mean? Not everyone can leave or not be in the company of the narcissist anymore. They're in their life. But I would argue, I would try to point out what they did. I would try to beg and plead, how could you do this to me again? Why would you do this? What were you thinking when you did this? How can you behave this way? I'm sorry. I said I was sorry. But you never really get the answers, the question why answered. They don't have a reason why. They go through life this way. And if you're the person they've attach themselves to, then you're going to be the person that they continually mistreat until you do something to stop it. I'm right now employing this ignoring tactic with one of my peripheral narcissists who has been trying, and I've mentioned this before, to pick a fight with me for a year. And I told you I've kept a list of infractions. And when I look at it, I realized that in the past, I would have talked to death each and every single infraction with this person. And they know it. And they're wondering, why is Renee not mad at that? Why is Renee not talking to death that? Wow, I did this to her. She didn't even respond to that. Like, they're picking a fight with me. There's a fly I just saw. They're picking a fight with me. And they're probably stunned that I haven't said one word. Because now I've learned. You know, because when you do talk to death each one of these points, it's always an argument. Always. And I was always down for that. Arguing doesn't bother me. I grew up with drama all around me. It's a comfortable suit I wear. I have no problem with it. But now I've realized, no. That is exactly what they want. That's what they want. So I just keep the list. I look at it and I marvel. I marvel at how much I've been able to ignore. And it's hard, but I'm doing it. I haven't engaged, which is the part it took me so long to learn and actually put into practice. Because you want to say, are you out of your mind treating me that way? Are you out of your mind treating me that way? And they will say, what? I said I was sorry. Can't you just accept that? You got to take everything to the top, to the nth degree. You got to keep going. You can't just bury things. You can't just let old dogs lie, or whatever the heck the expression is. The only thing I can control is how I react. I know. Old lesson. Old lesson. I know. But it took me forever to understand it. I thought that if I explained to them how wrong what they did was, that they would see it. I know. I'll let that marinate for a second. I thought they'd see it. They're never going to. And that's why the infractions keep happening. So, knowing now that the only thing I can control is how I respond. So when I keep getting these terrible things done to me, but I realize it has nothing to do with me. I refuse to engage. And when I say refuse, I mean refuse to engage. I will not. So you keep getting the terrible things done to you. You keep ignoring. I don't speak of it. I won't engage them. And they are dying to have me fight with them. And I can tell because on the list of infractions, just for this year alone, they're getting worse. They're getting worse towards the list. At the end of it, they're getting worse. They're trying to needle me. They're trying to make me, oh, she has to say something about this thing. I'm ignoring it. Finally. And now that I've learned to remain, it's so clear to me. They're picking at me more and more, imposing things upon me more and more, waiting and wanting the over-the-top dramatic reaction to it that they could always count on me to give. They've got to be so confused. I've done a 180 in my life. I will not give that to them. I will not. I wish I learned this. I started to learn it with my narcissist that was in my life before this channel. I started to learn it, but no, I gave him the satisfaction of arguing every time. But now I know it now. Now I know it. And I can't unknow it now. I've done a 180 and I realize that is what they want. Well, I'm not in the business of giving a person who's trying to hurt me what they want anymore. I'm sorry. The store's closed. I no longer service that type of customer. So you can get to step in and find somebody else. I walked right into it a billion times. I marvel at it, but now I've shut it down. And you can too. I don't think that the narcissist knows what to do when their fight mate doesn't play anymore. I think they're stunned. And they'll impose more harm. They'll say things to get you started, to get you going. I'm astonished I've kept it together, to be honest with you, but I'm proud that I have. I am proud that I have. And the narcissist will have to go find another person with whom to fight. I will not. And if you're in any of these positions, and this sounds familiar, I'm telling you, as hard as it is, as impossible as it feels, ignore. They want you to engage so badly, because then they know at least you're still in it. You still care enough. You're still fighting for them to be in your life, because that's what you're doing. If somebody wrongs you and you're taking the time, whether it be an hour, 3 hours, 4 days, you're crying, you're screaming, you're arguing, you're having the fight, you're having it out, what do they know? They know that you still care, you're still in it, you're still trying to work it out, you're trying to get to a resolution that allows you to keep this person in your life. When you get to where I am, I'm like, I don't care if you're an arm's length away from my life anymore. I don't care. And if I do care, I have to work that out, right? Because it's hurtful. You love this person, you know, you had them in your life. You might even miss them, the good parts of them. You might, sure. You can love and miss a person and still not have them in your life anymore because they're not nice to you. Of course that can happen. Of course. But I feel that that's why they're needling you, is they want you to engage so badly. And I feel like it's as difficult as it can be to not react. I want you to know that it's so satisfying when you don't. I keep to myself. I let comments go right by. I look away or over them or at someone else. I don't even really comment when they're telling a story. I get gray rock, I guess you could say it is. And they hate this. They can see it. Because I'm a very reactive person, as you may know. So when I'm in the company of a friend and they're telling me a story, or they're telling a story at a dinner table with 10 people, I'm the one to go, oh, wow, is that right? Or did you do that? Or, oh, that must have been great. Or that had to be hard. Or I'm an interactive person. Nothing. When this person speaks, I don't say a word. I say hi. You can say hi when they come in the room. You don't have to make it like a big dramatic thing that makes the room uncomfortable. But I know this person senses it because I'm not being the same way with them that I normally am. I'm ignoring everything that they say that's harmful to me. I write it down. I have it. So if they ever say to me, so what's up? I feel like we're not in the same place anymore. And if I ever were to refer to the list and tell them, well, this is what I've seen in the last 6 months alone, I don't want to talk about each one, though. I'm not going to, well, you ask me why? Here's why. I've decided I no longer accept these things in my life. I don't think that they're nice. I think they're abusive, and I don't want that in my life anymore, is what I guess I would say. But I'm not going to argue each one to death. It's a list this long. Like in the phone, like in notes, it's like this long. A whole, that's like 10 3-hour fights normally that this toxic person, narcissistic person, has counted on in the past with me. They could fill their adrenaline addiction. They could fulfill their need for dissension and turmoil and drama with me. They could count on me for that. And now I'm not. So now I wonder, since I found a piece I'd never known before, because I finally realized that is what they dish out, I wonder who they're dishing it out to. They have to fill that need somehow. So I worry for the person that they've landed with. I don't know. But I also realized when I'd done all this, and they're continuing to do, because I haven't done anything to this person. How can you when you're just ignoring them? You're not doing anything wrong. You say hi when you see them. You're not, you know what I mean? But then I realized, because they're continuing to do, the list is growing, but I haven't had any interaction with them. So now I realize this behavior has nothing to do with me. It's like another piece of evidence to show me their ill behavior has nothing to do with me. I don't care what they, well, I didn't do anything. I haven't done anything. They can't say you said anything if you say nothing. They can't misconstrue your words or twist them around. There's no evidence I've been giving this person all year, since last year. So even if it feels personal because they are slinging hash at you, realize it isn't personal. It's their issue. Nothing's wrong with you. If you got stuff to improve, that's one thing. You can figure that out. But I'm saying, if you're accepting behavior like this from a narcissistic person with this disorder, there's nothing wrong with you. They just chose you to pick on because you're an easy target. They could count on you arguing and acting dramatic and giving them all that supply. I'm a narcissist dream. The supply I give. I react so positively when it's a love bombing. I react so negatively when it's a fight. I'm constantly fueling them. No more. The store is closed. Don't forget, they have to devalue, be mean, cause trouble. It's what they need. I've done absolutely zero in any way that warrants anything I've seen in just this year alone. I've conducted my experiment and I finally have seen the proof. Because again, when you're not reacting and you're not giving them anything, so the list is this long. So maybe, so what are these for? I haven't even been talking to, so that's them. You're imposing this harm upon me, what? For what reason? You like it? Does it make you feel nice? I can't deal with a person like that. It finally hit me. The only thing I can control is my response. Oldest lesson ever, but it finally hit me. And so I'm controlling my response, right? I knew that lesson, but I wasn't putting it into practice. Now I'm putting it into practice. And I feel like if you keep a list and you look at it, mine is wicked long from just one person. If you keep a list and look at it and you realize you've not done anything to this person surrounding those incidents, you'll get to the point, I will not internalize their behaviors as meaning I did something to deserve them. I did not. No way. And this isn't you said, he said. No. Objectively, I've done zero. I hardly talk to I've done zero. And that is bothering the person. The person would probably say, well, you don't think I've noticed? You don't call me anymore? You don't think I noticed I haven't seen you? Oh, okay, so that's not being mean to you, though. That's just me. Maybe it means I was busy. I deserve meanness because of that? So that's the only thing that this person could come up with. Maybe they're sensing. Somebody might think out there, well, Renee, maybe they sense that you don't. Okay, fine. Well, they can't look at their behavior and learn that. I'm not here to teach them. I'm not here any longer to teach adults how to behave. I'm sick of it. I'm exhausted from it and I'm tired. Learn how to behave and then come be with me. And I'm not here to service their need to ill affect my mood, my demeanor, my day. So let them be dying to argue. Let them pick and poke and prod you and say to yourself, so, seriously, it's hard. I know it's hard. I know. So, let them. I'm no longer in the business of people pleasing and fulfilling your need to cause destruction. Find someone else. This store is closed. And if you are getting repeatedly abusive reaction coming at you from people, treatment from people, start thinking this way and start ignoring them. You are not put here to put up with that from other people. Just wanted to mention it. Chin up, you're fabulous. Please go ahead and hit sub, like, and share with somebody if you know they're going through this. We want to help people and get this word out. I will see you next time. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.